In this segment, we will present to you the second project under the category of protecting and revitalizing the city's built heritage. More specifically, we will present to you the rehabilitation of the Tabriz Bazaar project. This bazaar is among the oldest in the region. The current bazaar is about 250 years old. However, a bazaar had existed on the specific site since the 10th century. The current bazaar was constructed after an earthquake destroyed the previous bazaar in 1780. The bazaar covers the impressive area of 27 hectares. It includes about 5,500 shops, as well as 5.5 kilometers of covered alleyways, in addition to 40 guilds. It includes caravanserais, madrasas, mosques, and bathhouses, in addition to public squares, as well as green areas surrounding it. It is the largest covered bazaar in the world and one of the largest brick complexes anywhere. The city of Tabriz is the largest city in northeastern Iran. It has a population of 1.75 million people. It also is a city of considerable historical importance. It was the capital of the Safavid dynasty during much of the first half of the 16th century. In addition, it was a very important trading center and also a major stop along the Silk Road. In fact, the presence of the bazaar provides testimony to its historical commercial significance. The 20th century has not been kind to this bazaar. After all, the nature of trade and also trade routes in the region have changed. The buildings of the bazaar had begun to crumble after decades of neglect. Many of the traders began to leave the bazaar. In fact, it was scheduled for demolition in order to build a market in its place. All this changed in the mid-1990s when Iran's Cultural Heritage, Handicrafts, and Tourism Organization instituted a project for the conservation of the bazaar in cooperation with the bazaar shop owners. Traditional self-management of the bazaar was firmly reinstated. Also, a master plan for the conservation and rehabilitation of the bazaar was put in place through close cooperation with the relevant stakeholders. Moreover, structural engineers were brought in to advise on restoring the bazaar's stone foundations as well as its brick walls and brick vaults, taking into consideration the fact that Tabriz is located in an earthquake zone. Arrangements were also made to adapt to modern developments affecting trade. After all, goods are no longer delivered on camelback, but in large containers. Accordingly, delivery zones were developed outside the bazaar and away from the surrounding urban fabric in order to keep the existing network of streets and open spaces intact. The bazaar's original layout and circulation patterns were maintained. Entry and exit points were more clearly marked. In addition, new gates were constructed to facilitate connections with the surrounding pedestrian as well as vehicular access. The bazaar's original character was restored, including its brickwork, which was used for both structural and ornamental purposes. Moreover, insensitive modern additions, including mezzanines, suspended ceilings, air conditioning units, and haphazard concrete structures, were all reversed. As a result of this project, the Tabriz Bazaar has come back to life. Shop owners have moved back, and disappearing trades have begun to reappear. The people of Tabriz now gather there in the evenings to socialize. In 2010, UNESCO declared the bazaar a World Heritage Site. Most importantly, the Tabriz Bazaar has regained its position as the primary urban center of the city of Tabriz. It also shows how a historical urban monument can continue to play a very important role in the life of the modern city on the cultural, economic, and social levels.